Let's welcome everybody back from the YouTube audience. CLG FC episode 151. We are getting into it. 151, man. I can't believe that the series has been this long. Um, we got a match against Crompton coming up. So that'll be this is going to be an interesting one because Crompton have played really tough. They played the league really tough. Tauntington played us tough. They only had .25 xG, but their keeper was really good actually. It's a shame. It's a shame, but it's a shame just for him. Bickerstaff reserves University of Bolton Bureau or Borough, not Bureau. It's not a dresser. Um, that's the one match on Sunday, and then and Bickerstaff back to winning ways against the bottom of the league. University of Bolton Borough. Brown in the 25th, Morrison in the 49th, Saunders in the 63rd. Bickerstaff reserves. They leapfrog Burnley United. They leapfrog Wigan Rovers, and they're up to fourth. We are 17 clear. There is 6 to play. So a win will move us up. Um, Now, wondering how. Oh yeah, music. The playlist ended already, or am I not? Oh, I'm not hearing it. I apparently moved my dial over to nothing. I was like, why am I not hearing music? So yeah, those on Twitch, we're gonna pause whenever the crock pot is done. Um, yes, that's fine. Yes, that's fine too. He's not gonna avoid his weaker foot. He's tearing it up in the under 18, so no. Um, Not yet. Not yet. We're gonna ask in the off season. I might ask for my national A license this off season. Actually, I might. That might be a good. I just be like, look, because the board last time's denied. He hasn't denied national A. I haven't asked for it yet, but he has been like, well, I'm afraid you'll move elsewhere. Man, I've been with you 8 fucking seasons. Man, shut up. Uh, Sometimes you just want to be like, shut the. But you know, is what it is. Let's see here. We've got 11 days until the Crompton fixture. I feel like we're going to start moving a little bit quicker now that we're not in the freaking transfer window. It is February after all. That's closed. Digmore's coming up at the beginning of March. And then we've got Bolton Waresdale, Welly Scorpions, Wigan Rovers. See, this is what my offline save is, but the offline save I have that massive loan that I'm trying to fight against. So literally I would be like, oh, Tottington on the 1st, friendly on the 5th, friendly on the 8th, friendly on the 12th, and then the Crompton match on the 15th, and then the friendly on the 18th, the friendly on, you know what I mean? Like that's what it's been like, just to keep the club financially afloat. Um, oh, I love this song. The original song is from the 90s, but this remix was from 2012. Your favorite bitch. From the back to the middle and around again. I'm gonna be there to the end. 100% pure love. Great song. Can't believe Earthquakes were trying to sign. Like, what are they gonna like? What is the money they're gonna spend on Martinez? Like, if Montreal's like gonna get $1 million in GAM, of course they're gonna take it. Like, it makes sense for them. But like, that's my point. Is that this is a good move? Like, it's a good move for. The more I look at it, and I'm like, maybe I'm being too critical of Martinez, right? It's a good move, and he's a decent scoring striker. It's what they need. But are they going to overpay for it? That's the problem I have. Are they going to overpay for it? Are they going to give like an international roster spot and 800,000 GAM and you know draft picks in the super draft? Not that they're worth anything, they're not. But the point is like, are they going to give up too much for it? That's my concern. Is that they might give up too much for it. 9 to go. Not that I care about San Jose, but I just feel bad for the fans of an organization that just is inept. Granted, I am a fan of an organization that is inept, and that organization is the Philadelphia Union. But, um, you know, we're still not as poorly run as San Jose, despite all of that. To the middle and around again, I'm gonna be there to the end, 100% pure love. Great song. 100% pure love. God, fuck, Sheamus is out. He's only out 2 days with a cold. That's fine. Send him home. Harry Norris getting injured for 3 to 4 weeks is not helpful. It's not helpful. Now I've got my star goalkeeper out. My main defensive sub is out. Um, not good. Against Crompton, too. This is the last song on the playlist, I think. I might have to move over to the. It's the penultimate song in the. Oh, the Todd Terry and the Preacher is next. The Hit Mechanics remix, another good song. Um, and then I'll put my contemporary playlist on. There's only 23 songs, but anyway. Um, we keep on moving on. Nothing there. 8 to go. 7 to go now. Witten Albion under 18s is what we've got in the under 18s league. Then we got Crompton, Digmore, Bolton, Waresdale, Welly Scorpions, Wigan Rovers, and then we will have one more game after that. Why does it say? Oh, okay, that's of a match. Okay, I was like, why does it say Premier League preview? Like the game's about, like the season's about to start. It's February. No, it's a game preview. I didn't remember the game preview. So, uh, uh shit. Oh God, I'm so. Oh Jesus. That's what I'm saying. Come on now, like fuck off. These people. Why? Why is it human nature? I don't want to say it's human nature. It's more because of social media. But why do people insist on saying the hyperbole, like on going to the hyperbole? No, no, no. Like fuck off, man. Itty Bun and Shine says Kavanaugh finds fitness for Logic FC under 18s. Did we win? We did. McCarthy from the spot in the 53rd, Harnett in the 63rd, Itty Bun in the 69th. Means it is 3-0 over Winton Albion under 18s. We are now, and again, Halifax haven't won, and again, Macclesfield haven't won. They're in rough form, which means we are now 12 clear of the under 18s league with just 8 to play in that one. So we're looking like we could win the under 18s league again for what would be, I think, a fourth time now in the 7 seasons that we've competed in it. So. House was a way of life. Oh, FlyQuest has parted ways with Calday. Wow. Oh man. No. 7 days to go. We'll be moving into 6 very short. There's the auto save. We'll move into 6 now. Something feeling good in your soul. It was truth. That truth that lived a sound, and it picked you up off the ground, and the beating of the drum, the bottom of the bass, the pop and the snare, made you throw your hands in the air. Great track, man. This is it's taken me so long to find a version of The Preacher by Todd Terry with the whole soliloquy in it. Usually, and it's usually there was another edition as well which had completely different lyrics, but this one that has the whole soliloquy on it, it's so hard to find any version with it. And I don't know. I guess because the other one is what in the beginning there was Jack. It wasn't in the beginning there was House, right? This is like a play on another song where it's like, in the beginning there was Jack, and Jackie had a sound, and things like, and it goes on like that. Um, now the happiness, light of day. There was a really good. I'm gonna see if I can find it actually. West Ham drew Stoke 1-1. That's a big point for Stoke actually. Right. You guys are doing community outreach, and you're doing team bonding. Um, I'm gonna see if I can find this. Next 200. Let me go back there. Okay. House was my life. Next 200. Was it 2006? Was it 2004? No, it must have been 2006. Was it 2005? No, 2006. It wasn't even then. Was it? Was it 08? It might have been 08. Was it not 08? I could have. Was it 09? Am I forgetting my years? It was 09. Wow. Okay. I'll let this song finish up and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let you listen to what I'm talking about here. So, God bless Mixes DB. Um, Right. This was the start of Eric Murillo's Essential Mix in July. Now, Eric Murillo is a Colombian American DJ. Uh, got caught up in a huge controversy, um, but um, it happened after he died. I don't condone the things he did, but speaking just from a music standpoint, um, he was an amazing DJ. Um, I was reading on his cause of death because he died at 49. He was very young when he died. So this was the start of his mix, and it has that song in there. It also has my favorite ever song, which is the first one that comes on after the preacher. But this was the full, and I mean the full soliloquy. This was on British radio. We can start with these, right? Yeah. 1 month. We get, yes. It's not a bad idea. Whoo! It's not a bad idea. Yes. Yes. No. Nope. Nope. Okay. We want contracts. He's not asking for a lot. Optional contract extension by club 1 year. It's fine. Okay. That's done. He'll talk. He'll introduce himself and his mix, and then it will go into his mix. So, give it another minute. I miss house music. Miss really, really good house music. There it is. Okay. So I don't know. No. There's another verse you guys haven't heard yet coming up too. Oh, we got Leagues and Focus coming up. Off the ground, beating of the drum, the pop and the snap. Yeah. Can you feel it? I feel it. Something feeling good in your soul. In the beginning there was joy. Through all the land. Music was our teacher. The DJ was our preacher. Can you feel it? Feel it? Feel it? Feel it? Feel it? And then it went into Azu's Sweet Disappointment. Really, really, which is also a fucking amazing track, by the way. Um, I absolutely adore this track coming up. Fuck, I love this song. I'm gonna cut it off there, because the crockpot's done. But what I would say is that was probably, uh, I mean, that's where I found out about that song, and I've loved. First off, it took me forever to find a preacher, and even then, when the joy spread out through all the land, and the DJ was our teacher, and the music was, or the music was our teacher, and the DJ was our preacher. I haven't been able to find a version with that in it. It's very hard to do so, but um, still, really, really, really top track, and then comes Azu's Sweet Disappointment, which I'm a big Oasis fan. I love Oasis, and I think their best song is. A lot of people say Wonderwall. I don't even think it's Wonderwall. I think there's half a dozen songs better, at least, that Oasis did that are better than Wonderwall. But to me, the Master Plan is probably the best song they ever wrote and performed. And I love that song. I think it's a phenomenal track. And every time I listen to it, I love it more and more and more. But something about Azu's Sweet Disappointment, Peter Heller vocal mix, is just like I always come back to it for some reason. It's just a phenomenal track. Right. I'm going to go to studio mode here and get ready for dinner. We're going to pause the recording here if you're on YouTube. So you're just going to get a hard cut. Let's do Leagues in Focus because we kind of skipped over it when it came up, right? But whole big change in the Prem, but we'll get to that soon. MLS getting ready to kick off. They will be starting in about 2 weeks' time, MLS. So there's all the teams. They're getting ready to get underway shortly. In the Prem, City have won one game in their last five. They've actually lost their first two games of the season. Once was against Newcastle. That's a big win for Newcastle. The other is against Leeds in 15th. Big scalp for Leeds. Big win for Newcastle, who go top with a game in hand. 5 straight wins for the Magpies. They lead the Premier League 26 games into the season. City are second, Arsenal third, Chelsea fourth, Spurs down to fifth, Villa sixth, Palace seventh. Liverpool have slipped into 10th. They haven't won in 5 games. Man United have won 2 of their last 3. That's pulled them out of the drop. Who were those wins to? They beat Norwich 2-0 and they beat Palace 2-1. That's a bad loss for Palace, man. That's a bad loss for Palace. But they are holding on, Man United. They are 2 points above the drop, along with Norwich, who have lost 3 straight. And they are above the drop over Brentford, who currently sit in 18th. And then Sheffield United and Sunderland are both a point adrift from state. They're real tight at the bottom of the table in the Prem. Pretty tight at the top as well, at least for the top 3. Bottom 5 and top 3, real tight. Sky Bet Championship, West Ham lead the league by 11 over Bristol City. Huddersfield, they lead the playoff places by 5 points over Sheffield Wednesday. Huddersfield, Ipswich Town, and QPR. At the bottom, Swansea, who's lost 4 straight, just a point above the drop. Coventry above the drop by 2 goals in the goal difference over Portsmouth. Stoke are 4 points adrift, winless in their last 5. Birmingham, 2 straight wins. They try to keep coming back. Birmingham City, they're 6 points adrift at the foot of the championship. Sky Bet League 1. Barnsley top now. Bolton are in second by a point, and then they lead the playoff places by 4 points over Salford, Cardiff, Plymouth, and Tranmere. Tranmere, who haven't lost in 4 wins in that span. Same with Salford City. Oxford United, Chesterfield, both on the outside looking in by goal difference. Wrexham, Charlton, Peterborough United down 11th, all a point outside looking in. At the bottom, Wimbledon, the Dons of Wimbledon, 2 points above the drop. Milton Keynes are above the drop, only on goal difference by 9 goals. Over Blackpool, Carlisle winless in their last 5 are 3 adrift now. Wickham, unbeaten in their last 5, are 6 adrift in 23rd. Doncaster are 8 adrift at the foot of League 1. Sky Bet League 2. Bristol Rovers top by a single point over Crewe Alexandra. Southend are a point behind from them, and they lead the playoff places themselves by a point. But Southend hasn't won in 5, and they've slipped off the top of the table. Wigan, Crawley, Yeovil, Mansfield. They are the teams in the playoff. York on the outside looking in by 9 goals in the goal difference. Bradford City, 2 points out looking in. At the bottom, AFC filed winless in their last 5. They are a point above the drop over Forest Green Rovers. Cheltenham Town have finally won their first game of the season. It's over Leyton Orient in 15th place, who's lost 5 straight, by the way. But Cheltenham Town finally have a win, and it came in their 33rd game of the season. They are still 26 points adrift with, 11 points to play, so they are almost down. Um, Vanarama National. Scunthorpe are now the leaders of the league after Worthing dropped 3 straight losses. Scunthorpe trying to come back to the Football League for the first time in how many years? I mean, how many years? Since 2021-22 is when they're trying to come back. Um, they lead the league by 1 point over South Shields, Worthing, AFC Sudbury, Solihull Moors, who've won 5 straight, and Macclesfield and Oldham. Oldham, who have lost 4 of their last 5, winless in that same span. Macclesfield, 3 straight wins and a draw, has put them on 63. So 5 points between first and sixth. Kidderminster and Port Vale, both 8 points on the outside looking in. That league has 10 to play. At the bottom, Fleetwood Town and Dorking, both 3 points above the drop. Northampton Town, over Northampton Town, I should say, who slipped into the drop without winning in their last 5. Dagenham and Redbridge, also winless in their last 5, are 5 adrift in 22nd. Boston United, also 5 adrift in 23rd. And then Maidstone United are 10 points adrift at the bottom of the Vanarama National. And finally, the tier above us, Liverpool, Premier League First Division in Central, still leading the way, but they've dropped their 4th decision so far this season. They are 3 clear of Garswood United. Garswood United in the second promotion spot, over by 2 points over Burskoff. Richmond at the bottom. Billinge New Street, winless in their last 5, still picking up draws. They are 5 clear of FC Sal, and L4 FC, who have managed to draw 2 straight to draw level on points with FC Sal, but both clubs 5 adrift from safety behind Billinge New Street. That is Leagues in Focus. Let's move on. We're going to move into one day to go. We got the Crompton game. We're probably getting to Bolton Waresdale today. We might get to Willie Scorpions, but I think we'll probably get into Bolton Waresdale. We are 4-7 favorites. The draw is 3-1. Crompton 9-2. Pre-match press conference. Let's kick this off. First question from Keenan Blake at the Sporting Life. Be their best to beat them. Yep. I fucking hate. I hate media, man. We're going to give them all the respect they deserve. But he'll be out for a little while longer. Yeah, he's out another 3 weeks, 5 days to 2 weeks. I don't know where that story came from. Uh, yeah. It's nothing. Right. That is pre-match. That's the press conference done and dusted, and that's negotiated successfully. So, Crompton. I wonder who FlyQuest are going to pick up to replace Cowday. I wonder if they go for fuck, I can't even remember her name. Squeg, you're an idiot. He's not, but he's been pretty bad. Nice. Oh my God, really? The top 50. Gucci posted his top 50 players of the world, or top 50, the goal 50, right? The best 50 players in the world. He's got 1, 2, 5, 14, 16, 17, and 24. Uh, but Batistua, uh, Ronaldo, R8 Ronaldo, Maldini, Cafu, Zidane, Roberto Carlos, and Pep Guardiola. Wow. Let's see. This is crazy. This is crazy. I saw the video about like having all the uh, what do you call it? Like the best players in history, having the best players in history on one team and seeing how they do. It's kind of crazy. So, and starting them in League Two of all the leagues as well. Nuts. Right. Crompton, a day away. This is a big man. Crompton are tricky, man. West Ham beat Luton 1-0, and then they went and beat Sheffield Wednesday 2-1. Keith Malone signed the contract we gave him, so he's on the pre-contract. That's good. It's 2 years. He might live up to that. Like he might develop into a player we want for the senior team as a squad player. He's got 2 years to do that. He's going to be in the under 18s league to do that, so he'll be playing regular football, right? He's going to get about. He's probably going to play about 50, 60 games. You think over those 2 seasons, and then we have a club option for a a third should we decide it, because if he does develop well, because he plays defensive center, defensive midfield, and midfield center, um, then we could move into a position where we uh, start to rotate him into the squad. He makes substitute appearances, kind of like what Sam Wellman does now. Hito Kiri. Thank you, my friend. That's got to be like a year or so, I think. 64 months, man. Thank you so much. How you been, brother? Oh my God, Hidokiri is a legend. I 64 months of support is crazy, bro. Like I can't thank you enough over the years, man. So, how have you been? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Just know how much time I'll get tonight. That's fine, man. I ain't worried. How have you been, bro? How have you been, brother? It's been a while, man. I hope you're well. Happy New Year to you as well, by the way, because I know it's been I haven't talked to you since the new year turned over. So expectations are we win against Crompton. I mean that's tough. We're the marquee matchup. Logic FC under 18s draw with Sween impressive. It's a 0-0 draw. Hayden Wardrobe missed a penalty. So now Macclesfield did win. They pulled within 10, but only 7 to play in the under 18s league. So definitely possible, right? Definitely possible that we can go and still win the under 18s. We're in the driver's seat, of course. That's that's where we want to be. So you don't interrupt. It's just I'm having an issue with OBS. Like that's my main thing. So been a rough few weeks getting Piper off the pacifier. She came down with a fever yesterday. I thought it was funny to cough in my face whenever she can. So I feel like that. But hey, you can only go up from here, right? It's I don't know what's going on, man. I was sick the week before Christmas, and then I got sick again this week, beginning of this week, right? Or yeah, beginning of this week. My dad got sick. Everyone I've talked to has gotten sick. Like, uh, goddamn holidays. I know. My sister got sick. Uh, but like you're sick. Um, Gaffa, the Gaffa Cacao got sick, so he's sick. Um, I think Crack was sick, if I remember correctly, or was he not sick? He might not have been. He might still be here as well, but I don't know. Uh, but it's like a lot of people have gotten sick for some reason, and I'm like, oh. at just that time. Less than ideal. Yeah, exactly. And I got a head cold real quick because we're gonna go into this in a minute here. I got a head cold, right? I went into work on the 16th. I come back, um, or I got a head cold later in the week after going into work on the 16th. Um, I recover by the 26th, right? I go to a Christmas party on the 28th. No, it's not a Christmas party. It's the family party, right? Like it's the family Christmas get together. My sister's boyfriend is sick, or had just gotten over being sick. Like so, he still had the thing in his system. So he gets my sister and my dad sick. It's the flu now, not even just a head cold. It's the full-on flu. And then my dad gives the flu to me. And I mean, I was like, earlier this week, I was like, I was just, oh God. The shoveling didn't help on Monday. That when we got the snow, I was like, psh, it just compounded, and it was just like the perfect storm. I'm gonna bring in Tyler Wright to replace Harry Norris. This is a freaking phenomenal mix, but we're gonna put it on pause because we're gonna get ready to play this game, and then we'll play that song after um, this game. So yeah, I've been sick twice in 3 weeks. It's not been ideal at all, at all. But it is what it is. Um, that really sucks. Yeah, I know. And everyone's, I've been people at work are like, when are you coming back in? And I'm like, when I feel better. And it's so mad because I don't feel like I sound super congested. I feel like I don't sound 100%, right? But I called my boss, but Happy New Year to you and the fan before I forget. Yes, thank you. Same to you, man. I hope everything's well with you and the family as well, aside from being sick. But what was I gonna say? Um, yeah, I called my boss on Wednesday, right? Because I took a meeting for him because he was just slammed. So I went into a meeting for him, and then I called him to catch him up on what he missed. And the moment I called him, I was like, "Hey," and he was like, "Oh, you sound horrible," and I'm like, "That, yeah." And it was Wednesday too. Oh man, Wednesday was brutal, being sick. Tuesday and Wednesday were the worst days. Yeah, lol, thanks. Yeah, I mean, and I go into a meeting yesterday, just yesterday, and it's a meeting with the full accounts payable team and everything, right? And so there's like 15 people in this meeting, and they asked me a question about something, so I unmute my microphone and I start talking, and they're like, "Somebody does not sound good," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, spot on." Like, very good observation. But I felt yesterday I felt a lot better than Thursday, and like I made a like Tuesday and Wednesday were just awful, and then I've made when you wake up and you feel like a little bit of improvement. That was Thursday, but then something happened Thursday night because when I woke up Friday, I felt way, 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 way more improved, and then even today, I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. So I'm on the tail end of it, I think now, thankfully. So, but um, it is what it is. Anyway, cool. Yeah. Let's get into this fixture. Two changes from them from the previous fixture. Um, but tell me what's new, man. Did you get anything nice for Christmas? Um, is anything new? Like, what are you up to, man? So, I'm currently working on. Uh, you might like this real quick. I'm currently working on getting SQL certification so that I can get a remote, so I can work on SQL. Oh dang, yeah. I'm working on that because the plan is I get that and then I work for a company that's overseas. And then, what's up, Benny? I hope you're feeling a little better. I am. Thank you, Amin. Welcome in, Amin. So that you can hate your day even more. No, the idea is that I'm going to work for a company that's overseas and then get them to relocate me. Like I'll work remote for them and then get them to relocate me. So that's the plan. So um, that's what I'd like to do. Anyway, nice. Yeah. What's good, Amin? We are in our fourth match of the night. Uh, that didn't motivate. That motivated McKendy. and that is disappointing. So here we go. I just got really old and white, so now I'm into woodworking. Nice. Just be careful, because I the last time I knew somebody who was into woodworking, they sliced their finger off, their thumb. They sliced their thumb off, and that was a horrific experience that I never want to go through again. So chilling, day went by fast. How was yours? I've been live for 6 hours basically, so it's kind of gone by fast too. I'm not gonna lie. We had the snow in the morning. Uh, no way. Like, do you mean like scratched or like clean off? Oh, that's a good ball. Do you mean like clean off? Because he caught his thumb, and it took it not deep, thankfully. It caught it up here, but it whoosh, and they attached what they could, but so that's terrible, man. That was horrible. That happened at work. He was a guy who did stuff for us at work, and he nothing too bad. Just shaved a chunk off the round part. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. So sticky. Oh, yeah, you got to be careful, man. He didn't he part of it's his fault too, but he was cutting a piece of wood like real thin. It was like a 2x4, and he was cutting it long because he needed a thin piece. And as he got to the end, what happened is he had it uh, or no, I know what he does. Instead of moving it along the table, he had a handsaw. He had a handsaw, and he had it clamped at the end, the far end, and he was taking the handsaw up a piece of metal to cut like a piece of aluminum in half. And um, when he got to the end, the handsaw hit the clamp and it bounced and it straight. And that was like, I was like, holy shit, that happened at work. He was like, yo, and I was like, we went immediately into crisis mode. I was just like, but yeah, that was like the worst thing I've probably ever seen somebody do. Uh, he eventually did okay. We put it in ice and they were able to reattach it, but they had to like really, he was diabetic as well. So they had to really take a lot and mold a lot, and it never like healing it, like it healing because he was diabetic wasn't uh, the cleanest thing. So I want to be using the power tools, but my workshop is just outside. So instead of my hand tools in the kitchen, yeah, don't do that. Please don't do that. Yeah, just work in an environment that's the safest possible, and put it that way. Um, so, oh my God. We should have been punished there. Bishop should have grabbed that. Instead, he punched it right to the opponent. But wow, we got away with that one. Um, I've got lumber on my porch to build a workbench next to my kitchen island. Okay, you've become the full handyman. So I'll know. I'll know. I can judge your level of whiteness since Hidokiri if you ever end up on a TLC show. Once you get TLC show, you are full white, man. So no, I'm just teasing. That's actually HGTV now, isn't it? But still, that's all people want. That's my mom is what. If there's nothing on for my mom, she just defaults to HGTV. That's all it is. So, uh, I spent the last 2 days doing a DIY project for my 79-year-old neighbor's front door. Wow, wow. We might need you to come out here and work on ours. Um, there you go, and pay you for it as well. Ours is just old. Like it needs stained. Like all of the, you know, uh, wood is basically just bleached off over time. You know what I mean? So, and I'm like, look, let's just get a brand new front door. Like, restaining it. It's so far gone that like, is restaining it going to give you the result you want, or is it going to be like better to just get something new and let that last? I mean, the house is 14 years old. You know what I mean? So, yeah, 14. It'll be 15 years old this year. So, um, go on, Snicky. Go on, Snicky. Go on, Snicky. Cut back. Oh, found Spaps. Good ball movement. Oh, what a block. God, we moved the ball so well there. Oh, it's not old construction. No, it's new. It's new construction. When we moved out here, it was brand new construction. So they built the house in. Um, we closed on it in uh, the fall of 2009. I want to say they finished the construction was planned to be finished in end of January, February, but it had snowed so much that year that it got pushed back to April, March or April, and they finished it in like early April, and we finished moving it in May. So, oh yeah, just tear it off the hinges and throw it away. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm like, just get a new door. Like they're not cheap. I understand. Oh, Snicky, what a goal! Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my God! The side-footed volley on a pass that's struck that quick as well. Wow! What a goal! But yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know if it's even worth staining it. Like it might just be, time to get a new one. But the thing that people don't understand with new construction is because the homes aren't built well. There's a lot of work that's a yellow card. There's a lot of work that needs done. Like the rubber stripping on the bottom of the door from the garage, not into the house, but like the side door out from the driveway. Uh, Order a nice Wiener and glue it on over it. Yeah, okay. Uh, or veneer. Sorry, not Wiener, veneer. Why did I read that like that? Anyway, but yeah, uh, veneer. Yeah. I don't know why I read it like that. Anyway, but no, come on, boys, don't give it up now. But like the garage door that leads to the driveway, the rubber stripping on the bottom is like half gone. Doesn't the door doesn't even close properly all the time. You have to like finagle it to get it to lock in shut, and then all sorts of different shit. Like house needs a lot of work. They don't build homes like they used to anymore. Pineer on the mind, I guess. No. So it's just yeah. That's some of the stuff I'm repairing next door. Yeah, there's a really good word that I found out. Hitokiri, and I don't know if you know it or not, man, but I've come to learn of it. It's called enshittification, and I feel like with new housing in general, that just anything in general, that's a lot of what's happened. It's a real word. There we go. Snicky again. I tapped out of the music. So, of course, to look up the word enshittification, and then they score. So now now I'm delayed playing the goal song. Mm. So, um, this is it. Oh my God, I just tapped out of the goal song again. God darn it. I got to stop it at some point. Yeah. We got to play that song on stream, Hitokiri, because we're not going to hear it a lot next year, right? That's the idea, at least. We're not going to hear it a lot next year. Here we go. And shittification, or crapification, or platform decay is a pattern in which online products and services, later expanded to all products and services, decline in quality. Initially, vendors create high-quality offerings to attract users, then degrade those offerings to better serve business customers, and finally degrade their services to users and business customers to maximize their profits for shareholders. And it's sad but true. It like everything is like that now. Absolutely everything is like that. If you look at just in general, like a lot of the reports that came out like Bloomberg and whatnot have reporting like a lot. Not even Bloomberg, but there are reports out there that have come out that's a lot of the increase in costs now have just been the only contributing factor is to get more profit. It's not even an increase in the cost to make the good or service. So I'm like, yep. But there's did you know the word palindrome backwards is also a word? I just learned it. What the fuck? Palindrome backwards. Now you got me curious. I should be watching and managing this game, but now you got me curious. What? Uh, what? This is so. What does it even mean? Does it just mean a word that can be spelt backwards and mean a different word? That's kind of. God damn it. Really? 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 Um, means a word that forms a new word when the original word is reversed. That is. Why? Why? Just why? Just why does that even exist? Oh, God, it was close. Snicky almost got ahead to that. They want their hat trick. Back post. Spaps nowhere near him. Mitchell's got it. They're going to bring it out. If you take the word star and reverse it, you get rats. And it's literally just the word palindrome. I know. It's just so stupid. Just why is there a need for that? Here's a good cut inside. Actually, not really a great cut. Oh, Snicky. Oh. They want their hat trick, man. They want their hat trick, so. You know what? It's a shame, Hidokiri, because uh, you know I like West Ham, right? And usually, whenever MLS season was on, I know we're in the off season now, but usually, if the Union sucked, West Ham would do something that make the weekend salvageable, right? Now West Ham fired their manager, the Union fired their manager. Both the clubs are pretty shit, and it's just all around misery. So football is just sports are just miserable. The Oilers they're actually doing okay. The Phillies are nothing but a great disappointment. You were that way with Arsenal? Yeah. Oh, it's a good attempt. Good save from Bishop. Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of I don't want to totally write off next season because I hope the new manager does good, and obviously he should have our support from the off, right? Good to see what he can do. But I don't have a lot of hope for next season. Graham Potter, you're in safe hands. I like Potter. Chelsea ruined him, honestly. Yeah, I know. Chelsea didn't give him enough time. I think that was the problem. Akuni, oh my God, Akuni-kun, how did you miss that? It's a wide open net. I don't think Chelsea really gave him enough time. I think that was the problem. So they plopped him. They were in a transition period and they plopped him right in the middle and expected results from him. I'm like, eh, eh. It's not really gonna happen. So it's like Moyes. You know what I mean? Man United for a little while ruined Moyes, right? Because he went to Man United, they didn't produce result, and I'm like, it was an aging squad with aging players. Snicky, go on, hat trick for Snicky. Let's go. 14 on the season, but and then he went to Spain and he didn't do well in Spain, particularly, and then he went to Sunderland was it? And that was always a doomed. Sunderland was always going to be doomed. There was no way they were going to stay up. And then finally kind of found his feet again at West Ham. And now he's going to be Everton manager. And now he's back at Everton. Yeah. It's just crazy. I don't know if he's going to have the same success he had when he was at Everton, though. You know what I mean? Like, he had a lot of success when he was Everton manager. Men in Blazers once quipped that. Oh Jesus! What a terrible giveaway there. Sean Dyche will be missed. No, he won't. He's a terrible manager. Sean Dyche is not a good manager, man. Sean Dyche is the new Steve Bruce. Like, I hope people are ready to understand that. Like, he's just the skinnier, slightly younger Steve Bruce. But I think the big thing is, yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, the men. I'm sorry. You think we can take it? You're doing brilliantly so far. Keep it up. He's really good as defensive manager. The English Simone. No. No. Is that a booking ref? No. I don't think he's the English Simone. But I think for me, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the Men at Blazers once quipped. Whoever the one of the two that supports Everton, I think it's Roger Bennett. But they said, what? What did they say back then? This was years ago. When Moyes was managing Everton, they said they have to be comfortable with knowing they're the best of the rest. You know what I mean? Like that. That is kind of what Everton were for a long time under Moyes. So I don't know if he's going to have that same success, but he's proven to be a good manager. I mean, he's won a European competition. So come on, Hufflepuff? No. Who's going to run 4-4 freaking 2 anymore, Benny? Didn't. Well, I was going to say Ranieri, but he retired, didn't he? Isn't Ranieri still caretaker manager? Spaps, go on, Spaps. That's deflected in. I'm pretty sure he was still caretaking, wasn't he? But he ran a 4-4-2 at Leicester. So at least I think no, he's gone to Roma official. I thought he retired. Didn't he? Wasn't he with Cagliari and he retired? Like, I could have sworn he tried to retire. And I would have accepted that because the dude's like old. He's like in his early to mid 70s now. Guys, step away for a night. Good catching up. Have a great night. Hitakuri, thank you for the sub, man. Thank you for coming by, brother. Have a wonderful evening. We'll talk definitely at some point in the future. But yeah, man, take care and stay safe. So he came back in the last month, I believe, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I know he came back as like a caretaker manager, but I didn't realize that he made it official. I just thought he was a caretaker manager, so I didn't think he wanted to keep doing. Oh, Snicky, go on 4. Oh, off the bar. Ranieri. He's 73. So, thank you. Take care. Definitely take care, Hitakuri. Um, God, his managerial career, what the heck? So many clubs. So many clubs. We're in the 55th minute. We have to start thinking about subs. Cookies is coming off in the 60th. Good block. Good block on Bailey's shot. Good block. Oh, what a ball. What a, thankfully, they didn't have anybody running into the box for that because that was a great ball. Bailey over the top. He might be off. He's not. They've scored. Derek Mitchell. It's 4-2. Crompton are not a bad side, man. They're fucking tough. That's for sure. Damn. Cookies is coming off next. We need an MC. Sam Wellman. Yellow card for Frack, who just absolutely wiped that guy out. Frack doing a proper Brexit tackle. So he might be the next one I sub off. But then again, I don't think I have a DR sub. Do I? No. Tyler Wright's only left center. Always press Derek Mitchell. I agree with that. It might have to be Parks then. But Parks is playing. Go on, Sticky. 4. Ah. Spaps has finally scored, by the way. He's not been able to find himself on the score sheet very often. So Mitchell. I think he tried to pass it there, but he would have been offside. How's the stream going? Crack! Stream's going good, man. This is our 4th game of the stream. If we win, we are promoted. Whew, that was close. Sipped off the top of the net. And Crompton are 2nd on the form table, 3rd overall, and they're very tough. But we basically, it's not even the fact that we've kept winning, which we have, do not get me wrong, but it's the fact that we've kept getting results elsewhere. Like 2nd and 3rd tied each other in 2 straight matches. 2nd place dropped a decision to 8th. Like we've had, like results have just gone our way in the league. So it's not like the previous year where we had to fight tooth and nail every week to stay in first and really try and put daylight between us. It's more the rest of the league just is so competitive against each other that 2nd place has not been able to keep pace. So that's a free kick. Deacon with the foul. How are you, Crack? How are you feeling? Are you feeling any better from your escapades last night? Sheamus. Go on, Sheamus. Right hand side. Cut back, cut back, cut back, cut back. Right here. Now he's wandered too deep. And that ball's too deep. It's still foul. Smaps going to shoot. You didn't need to take the touch, mate. You could have just shot. So. Go on, Twinkle. Go on, Twinkle. Wellman. Oh, Sutherland's there. I don't have a DR. So I think what's going to happen is Parks plays DR as well. So Parks is going to go here, and we're going to bring in Tyler right here. So perfect streaming away myself back to my usual stuff. Oh, are you live right now? Shit. Are you live? You are live. Shit. Nice, man. So. There you go. Well, have yourself a little lurk. Now where was I at? What tab was I on? I always forget where I'm going. There we go. I'm like a lost puppy trying to navigate shit sometimes. Here's Spaps, Snicky. We've made 2 subs. We have 1 sub left. They have 17 minutes left. I'm showing complacent, but these guys are showing composed. That is Snicky with a 4th. All about the great Snicky. This is what I mean, man. This is what I told them. Snicky asked me too. They're like, how am I doing in your save? And I'm like, listen, you go periods where you score in like 5 straight games, and you score like 8 goals in those games. And then in the next 5 games, you'll you won't score at all, and I have to sub you off. And this is one of those games where like Snicky comes out to pad their stats and win the Golden Boot, and that's essentially, which I'm okay with. I don't care either way. Just score the goals. That's all I ask. That's all Snicky's done today. A 10.0 rating, 4 goals for the Snicky, which I think means it's time to actually take them off and bring on Simon Roger McKendy. That one's over the top. Taylor's got it. Taylor cut back. Cut out. Nice. Cross corner comes in. Bishop's grabbed it. Bishop's done well for his fill-in performances. Honestly, we've had 20 shots, by the way. Is Snicky pissed I took him off? Disappointed, but understands. Well, you've had a 10.0 if you scored 4 goals, mate. It's time to come off, man. McKendy needs some playing time himself. He doesn't get enough. McKendy is it doesn't tell me his stats, but he's McKendy's made 2 starts, 5 substitute appearances. He has 4 goals and assists in those 7 games. So that's what I mean. Like, he's just not played enough, McKendy, and he is very good, and I freaking love him for how clutch he is. If there was a clutch stat in FM, it'd be like 16, 17. It's good, but that was blocked. Twinkles put it in. Spaps back post. Sutherland's there. Spaps was off sides? Okay. That is not what. Get out. McKendy. Good turn. Oh, Rogers slid out. McKendy's going to get it, though. Somehow gets across in. Sutherland's got it the whole way. And we are less than 10 minutes from time here. Less than 10 minutes from promotion. 3-goal lead. It's looking like a done and dusted affair. Oh, that was a terrible header. That was a terrible attempt, Jack. Jack, what the hell? Jack really committed to that. Mitchell, whoa, just wide. That's how good Crompton can be. They've had 13 shots, Crompton. That's a lot against us. Just play him off, man. Should just played him off. Mitchell, did he stay? He stayed on. Bishop, good save. Good save from Bishop. We're going to play 4 minutes of added time. Ball comes in, headed up, not out. Right, we'll get to it. Diving header away. Great save, Bishop. Love it. Oh, the ad break. I thought we were going to be done before the ad break got here. And apparently we were not. So we'll pause for the ads real quick. I thought we would have been done for the ad break, but yeah. So just give us a second. It's I didn't realize Anime LA was this weekend. Whoa. Uh, but no, not. Oh God, such a terrible song. A lot of people are. They like that song by Rose and Bruno Mars, APT. I think it's fucking terrible. I think it's an awful song. So, Benny, I'm in trouble in Tier 7. got some really good youngsters. One's a left wing back and the other a striker. And now championships teams, and even Nottingham Forest is bidding for them. They're getting angry, but I don't want to sell them as I've grown and developed them over 3 years. I'm torn. What do I do? How long is the contract? How long do you have them contracted for? I'm assuming since you're in tier 7, you're paying them. That's usually a semi-professional tier. So, uh, up the asking price. That's the first thing. So if I come to a Konikun, who's valued at 1.3 to 4.9, right? Uh, what is the asking price? Uh, I have it as unspecified. Who did I? Was it myself that I gave an asking price to? Is that what it was? No, but you can up the asking price. Uh, so you can do that. Uh, so that might stairs or push some of the offers off. If it's an amateur contract, nothing, baby, you're losing that guy. But if it's not an amateur contract, then I would up the asking price for him. So, um, and then also, depending on how much time he has left, um, trying to renegotiate the contract. They're not going for the big asking price. That's fine. You could just, I meant you don't have to. I don't know, man. You could just decline all offers of an equivalent or lower value. I usually up the asking price. They're just offering us jack shit. That happened to me. So like, I'm valued at 10 and a half, 13 million, and I've had clubs come in for 3, and I'm like, no, 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 no. So what you can do is if I come here and I go here and I go here, uh, and what is it? I have it on a reject all transfer offers, but I'm pretty sure it's on here. You can ask for a specific price. So and then you can set it above the value and click reject all transfer offers of below or equivalent value, um, whatnot. So that's what I would do. I've had that problem. I just decline it. I just say you're not getting it, and I set it automatically so that if they bid anything lower or equivalent, I decline it. So and up the asking price for him. So Broom heads it over. That might be the last action of the game. There's a little bit of stoppage time left. Not a whole hell of a lot. Just tell my friend I'm lurking in their chat because I haven't said hi yet to them. We got 5-2. If the contract's 3 years, it depends on how much you're paying them, but you could always renegotiate it. 3 years, I at least try to run it down a little bit before I try to negotiate. McKenny's offsides, but like a Konikun is a good example in our game. A Konikun is wanted, or he was wanted, and when he was wanted, if I look at the contract, he's got uh, 3 years left, 2 years left now, but really 2 seasons after this one, and he has an optional extension. Always see if you can add an extension on. So, but don't make it one you're pigeonholed into it. You know what I mean? That is the victory, and that is the trophy. I gotta get snip tool ready. Level 13 complete. launch Discord so I can post it. But there it is. Snicky in the 23rd, Snicky in the 29th, Snicky in added time at the end of the first half. Derek Mitchell scored an added time at the end of the first half as well. 3-1 at the break. Spaps in the 48th. Derek Mitchell again in the 56th. And then Snicky in the 74th. 5-2 over Crompton. Time to celebrate. Let's go. Results elsewhere, we're still going to go over them as well. We want to keep an eye on the league, but we're going up to level 12. Which means we'll be in the step system next year. We've made it to the English FA step system, believe it or not, which is wild. I'm excited. I actually can't wait till we get into a big league where we're playing like 30 games a season, 40 games a season. So these 18, 20 game leagues, man. 22 is not bad. This one not bad, 22. But the ones where we played 18 and only the champion goes up, fuck that. It's so cutthroat. You make one mistake and you're literally right back in the thing. The problem is they offer so much. My team are very important to me. For example, the left wing back has 23 goals and 37 assists in his 2 years for me. Homegrown players as well, and they're offering 11K. That's it. Anything realistic as that they would offer, I wouldn't be worth it at this point. How much money does your club have? There's a big question. How much moolah are you sitting on? Because it might be worth it. Like I was in FM10 and I sold a guy for around not FM10, um, FM23, and I sold a guy for like 11K like that. And it was just because we only had 40,000 in the bank account, so that would make a big difference. But if they do go, you can use the editor to pull them back in the club. Oh my God, they're offering you 11K? No, just decline. So just to keep declining it. That's what I did with one of my guys in. Look at Norris. Look at not Norris. Sam Harris, who we sold. Valued at 500 to 4,000 pounds, and they offered what 1,600 for him or 1,000 for him. I said hell no. You know what I mean? Hell no. Declined. And then they came back and said we'll give you 8. I said okay. Shit. From lots of FA Cup runs and sold a guy for 10 million a couple seasons ago. So you're doing fine. But I think if you really want to hold on to them and you can't, you can always use the editor to pull them back in. And if you don't want to use the editor, then try to renegotiate the contract. The only problem I have is if the clubs want him enough, you're going to wind up renegotiating the contract every transfer window, and that's going to bloat your wages. So what I would do is I would see if you can renegotiate a longer contract, 4 years, 4 years, another 4 years, and get a club option in there, and see if you can lock it down for a while. So give them a yearly wage rise, though. You're not going to be able to give them a 3-year club option on a 3-year contract if that wage doesn't go up every year. So Burnley United, Bickerstaff Reserves, Doyle Hayes for Bickerstaff Reserves in the 25th, before Street with a pen in the 28th, made it 1 each at the break. Then Doyle Hayes with a brace in the 62nd. Brown added one on in the 78th, made it 3-1 Bickerstaff Reserve. They're not interested in a new contract, unfortunately. If you win something, let's say you win the league, I always try to renegotiate their contract right after winning a title or something, because they're on a high and they wouldn't mind trying to stay because of that. So that's what I would do. Try to renegotiate after you win like right after you win something, like a day or two. Digmore, Bolton, Wearsdale. If not, then you can't make them stay. So, Digmore, Bolton, Wearsdale. I'm just gonna reject the offers and hope for the best. Yeah, absolutely. So if they get pissed, you just talk to them. So just try to finagle your way out of it. Um, Digmore, Bolton, Wearsdale, Sanusi in the third. Bell from the spot in the 34th put Digmore 2-0 up. Cutler in added time at the end of the second half was only a consolation goal. Bolton Wearsdale dropped to the bottom of the league. University of Bolton, Bolton Borough, Haslington, St. Mary's. Hales in the fourth, Wellens in the 62nd, Jones from the spot in the 80th, though pulled it all back for University of Bolton Borough. I'm sorry, University of Bolton, Bolton Borough. And they win 2-1. That's a big win for them. Lifts them off the bottom of the league. Keeps Haslington in the drop, though. Welly Scorpions, Tauntington United, another crazy match. Lumsden in the 7th minute for Welly Scorpions. Put them ahead. Robinson for Tauntington had drew them level. Nzibi Nze finds his form again. He scores in the 52nd for Tauntington to put them in front 2-1. Blissett in the 57th level it. And then Zuagi in the 68th scores to put Welly Scorpions back ahead before War scored in the 83rd and completed a brace 2 minutes later to give Tauntington United the lead. They would win 4-3 on the road. Tauntington up to 6th. Welly Scorpions stay 8th. That is a big chance for them, by the way, to move clear of the drop. Wigan Rovers CMB. Mann in the 17th, Ward in the 19th put Wigan Rovers 2-0 up. Andrew pulled one back for CMB in the 26th before Jones restored the 2-goal lead for Wigan Rovers in the 59th. Hamilton, 20 minutes after, would pull one back again for CMB, but they couldn't find the equalizing goal. CMB stay in the drop by 11 goals on the goal difference. Wigan Rovers, that win pulls them 9 clear of the drop with just 5 to play. We are up. Digmore could not get it done. They dropped too many points. We did get it done. And no relegations yet, but it's getting into what is known as squeaky bum time in the league. It is the business end of the Lancashire Amateur Premier Division. So 5-2. There's certainly going to be a post-match press conference. Yes. Initial budgets. $42,000 for the wage, $280,000 for the transfer next year. We're going to obviously edit those completely around. Let's attend the post-match press conference. Kick this off with the first question from Travis McAllister at 23. He's the only journalist in attendance. You're one of the big favorites for the and lived up to that tag. Just how proud of you. Absolutely delighted. I'm absolutely delighted. I just told you that. We worked as hard as possible. The result today, I don't know about that. They're still a good side, and I hope they don't get too. Charlie's worked miracles with them recently. One result doesn't change that. After winning, I'm going to be one of the. No. I thrive under that sort of pressure. I don't feel. Yeah, I thrive under that. That's a great moment today, but looking forward. Can you build a I think the squad. Yep. Uh, uh, as a manager, I look upon myself to make sure that they went out. They know no uncertain terms. They had to get the job done. Yeah. Like fusing off they go. That's a better way of putting it. What was labeled as the biggest match, as a brilliant feeling. What are your thoughts? I think we got enough of the squad to make a real challenge to be at the top of the league again. I found it fascinating. That was his 7. I'm not worried. He needs to play with an edge to be the player he is, and on balance, he provides so much more to the team that way. Opposite. Oh, okay. Oh, wasn't deeply impressive. Was Silver? You must be played. Oh my God, how many questions? What impact do you think? Yeah, thank you. Enough with that. Okay. I think my FA Cup run has screwed me because it's brought my players to their attention, and my Colombian central attacking midfielder has been sold by the board. Oh, I hate that. That's happened a few times. Right. That has happened a few times. That's the that's the worst. Sir Tom Finney, where are you? West Lancashire Premier Division. That is level 11, sir. And they lead by 15. Holy shit, you guys are killing it. um, supporters delighted. Boards delighted. More Snicky's on form as we dominate. Certainly, Snicky's one player of the week. Yeah, I was gonna say 4 goals. Certainly that's player of the week performance. We're gonna have a save. Champions again. This is the end of CLG FC episode 151 for the YouTube. Come back for the rest of the season. We still got pictures left. 5 to be exact. 152 will be up next. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Take care.